All right, there's lots of news about this new executive order about Schedule 3 in cannabis, and a lot of it is confusing, so I think we should talk a little bit about history first. During the Nixon administration in October of 1970, the Controlled Substances Act was created as part of the overall comprehensive drug reform in the United States to legalize no-knock raids. Yes. What they did was they put all narcotics into 5 different categories with 3 criteria: accepted medical use, safety, and potential for abuse. Schedule 1 obviously is going to be the most maximum dangerous substances known to man, with Schedule 5 being the least. Cannabis was only supposed to be there temporarily while the Nixon administration created a commission to study the plant and its effects, in the hopes that this commission would say it is very dangerous, get it off these streets. However, the Schaefer Commission came back and said, actually, it's really not that bad, but it is being used by the counterculture, but it's really not that bad. And the Nixon administration basically threw that shit in trash. All Schedule 1 drugs have no accepted medical use, meaning we don't use it for any kind of medical uses in the United States. It's high potential for abuse. They believe that it is addictive, and the lack of safety basically saying it is a gateway drug. We know now in 2025 the gateway drug is 100% alcohol. Schedule 1 drugs would be heroin, peyote, Molly, and cannabis. Cannabis, again, was only supposed to be there temporarily. It has been there up until April 2024, when the Biden administration filed to reschedule it from Schedule 1 to Schedule 3. That is still in limbo, but you can pretty much guarantee AG Pam Bondi will be getting rid of that. Here we are in December 2025. The Trump administration filed an executive order signaling to the Justice Department to move it from Schedule 1 to Schedule 3. You cannot change the Controlled Substances Act via executive order, unfortunately, but the process has begun. There will be challenges, there will be lawsuits. Both sides of the aisle are really not that happy about this. Schedule 3 drugs would be Tylenol with codeine, ketamine, and Percocet. What does all of this actually mean? It means that we will be able to research it like other countries have been doing for a very long time. Canada, Uruguay, Israel, Italy, the Netherlands, and more. We will now research it with these people. It also means that it is still federally illegal, but you can now take tax deductions, which is a big win for all of my plant-touching friends. So there are benefits. We'll be studying it here in the US. And just like other businesses and other industries, you'll be able to take normal business deductions like payroll, and that way you'll have more cash flow to work with. So those are the net positives. The confusing thing, we just had a government shutdown, and a part of that reopening, we negotiated the hemp legalization. So we have 2 conflicting pieces of legislation right now. One is banning hemp, the other one is legalizing cannabis. It's something that they're definitely going to have to rectify. What this doesn't do, it does not make it federally legal. You can still be arrested. It does not do anything for the people sitting behind bars for cannabis offenses. It does absolutely nothing for people who have cannabis charges and are living in society as second-class citizens, because we can legally discriminate against people who are criminals in this country. You can lose the right to vote, access to a passport, access to education, higher education, loans, buying a home, serving in the military. There's so many things that you cannot do if you have a drug record. And this executive order does not address any of that. So all in all, it is progress. We can start with rescheduling the plant so that we can eventually get to a full deschedule, which I think is the most logical thing here. I understand drug scheduling for things that are made in a lab, but literally you can grow a cannabis plant in your backyard with nothing but sunshine and water, and it will produce THC. Maybe without proper nutrients and controlling its environment like an indoor growing space, you won't get the maximum THC. But why are we still making plants illegal? Why are people still sitting in jail if we're now signaling that it can be researched and it can be profited? The biggest winners here are the MSOs and Big Pharma. I think if the people are still suffering because of the effects of what happened when they possessed this plant, we're going in the wrong direction. That is my opinion. I do not want to see rescheduling. I want to see descheduling. But progress is progress. We have been trying to reschedule from the Biden administration and now the Trump administration. Obviously, we're going to see what happens with time, but that's the easiest way I can explain it. Obviously, there's a lot more that goes into it, but I just wanted to start here and make it as simple as possible. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments.